One, two, three, we're on. What's up? So gonna do another episode. I think this is gonna be episode 002 or 000. But what we have is another guest. Hello.
What's going on?
Is GKM Band. Anyone that's familiar with the GKM Band, he's been creating content on LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed, and pretty good content at that. And consistent. That is, I think, very important. So welcome to the show. How are you? What's up? What's popping?
I'm good. Just actually had a big day of content today. I had a stream with Fancy Matt because it's Saturday when we're recording this. So I stream with Fancy Matt on Saturdays.
Nice.
I had another video drop right after that stream. Then I did my Hobbit stream. And then I streamed Shinobi Strikers on Twitch for a while.
Oh, wow. So you've been busy. You're busy all day.
I've been gaming all day, pretty much.
Oh, man. So my wife, we just got like the vision. She had to have the vision test. And I noticed you have glasses. Do you have like the blue filter thing in your glasses as well? Or
I don't know.
That's like a new thing that's going on right now with the blue light filter.
Yeah, I think I have it.
Yeah. I mean, do you feel strain? Like,
I don't know. It's hard to. I've been wearing glasses my whole life, so if I feel strain, I guess I've always felt strain.
Yeah, that's crazy. Have you ever tried contacts? Touch your eyeball? Like
I used to wear contacts for a long time, like high school through like my mid-20s, and then I started getting like styes. Yeah, and it was like maybe about a year after college, I was just like, I don't need contacts anymore.
No,
I'm not playing sports anymore. It's like
no. I mean, glasses to me, ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to wear glasses. And today, in today's age, it's actually like cool to wear glasses, which
of course it is
pretty cool, man. I like it.
Only the coolest people wear glasses.
Yeah, it's all good. So you're pumping, what is it? Almost daily, aren't you? You're putting out daily.
I was daily in the beginning. I was very daily. Like I was like, I'm going to do this daily. Like, and I was putting out videos sorry, my dog's coming over here.
I
was putting in the work, and now it's it's like weekly, but it's like I'll put out 3 or like two to 4 videos at a clip, like in a row, and then I'll have some time off, and then Jester Go will be like, "Hey, when's the next video?" And I'm like, I guess I better get to work on that. It really is. Most of it is just like when new content comes out, I cover it. So and I cover it as like the J Brick Pace came out. I did the event shop. I did the last 3 nodes. I'm doing guides for. I'm going to do some stuff for the All-Star event. So like there's stuff to cover. I'm going to cover it. And then I have my own stuff that I want to cover. Like I just did like an Ice Station Odyssey in the arena. I've done a couple free-to-play Castle. I've done a lot of free-to-play Magistos Tower videos. Just, stuff that I want to cover. Yeah. And I kind of just work that in when I do.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been on the game in a very long time. I like the game. When I think about the game, I think good things. I pop into the Discord almost daily. Try to pop in. I'm there really for the Lego the channel on the Discord, and plus the guys are super sweet. My whole thing with the game itself was, really the community and taking it with the boys. You know what I mean? And then they started playing Among Us, and I was playing Among Us. Like I swear I must have played Among Us for like 6 days, or just for hours. Just sus. And then it's one of these things. So the game today, there was a major update or something, wasn't it? Today?
Not yet. There was yesterday a new brick pace dropped, and they did change it. They've been changing the brick paces each time, and I like what they did with this. They have a lot of different hard nodes. You have a lot of farming options. I like what they're doing with the game right now.
Yeah.
Some people, I was talking to Matt. He wants a different game mode. He wants something else. Yeah. And I get it. And I feel like he's just a different type of gamer than I am. I just want like more figures to collect, more nodes to clear, like challenging nodes. I'm more of a completionist type. He's not really like that.
What happened with my game is I'm also like a completionist type, and I like to get there as fast as possible. And this is the type of game that, you know, it really touches on some emotional aspects that you don't really think about until you're in it. You know what I mean? Like, you're drawn in from one thing, and then on the strategic piece, like, that's my whole thing. Like, my biggest thing playing any game is really like PvP and like strategy. Like, how do I do this better than the populace of this game, you know?
And the thing about this game is, listen, I've tried for so long to be like, all right, how do I cut the edge? I'm going to use the fire station. And anytime you try to do something different, there's a reason that nobody's doing it, because the meta is very like stagnant and rigid. It was like, it's castle. You have to play castle. Then it was like, it's pirates. You have to play pirates. Then there was a little bit of light. There was one point where it was like, all right, it's spooky, pirates, and Ninjago all kind of out there at the same time, and a little bit of Ghostbusters sprinkled in here and there. And now it's just Magistos Tower and spooky.
Oh man. So it's back to castle?
It's not even castle. It's more of a, honestly, it's really a magical meta, I would say, but it's magical, and spooky is still really good, but spooky's super pay to play. So
Slimer,
Ghost, Basil, Willa, and then for the 5th, you can run pretty much anyone. Matt was running Magisto today. It's a pretty good team, actually. I see Gorwell on that team a lot, actually.
Oh, wow. Has Gorwell become farmable?
Only if you want to buy a lot of bags.
Oh, yeah. You remember that guy Goose?
Goose, yes.
He was going ham. Is he still around? Or is he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. What about your boy Greedos? You had a relationship with Greedos. You guys were kicking it. You guys were buddies, right?
He was when I started really getting into the game, I started watching content on YouTube, and it was Bagel Time. He's gone.
Yeah.
Bricko, he's gone.
Yeah.
And Greedos, he's gone. So those were like the first 3 content creators I started watching. And then, I put out my first video, which was like, why you don't need Valiant and why you shouldn't play Valiant on a pirate team. And that, like, it was like probably my 2nd or 3rd video out, and it blew up. It had like 400 views. Nice. And like, because it was a controversial opinion. Yeah. So then, like, that's how Greedos and I kind of started talking. He definitely completely disagreed with me, and like, we had a very civil argument about it. And then he reached out to me. He goes, "Yo, let me help you out. I have a bigger channel. We'll do some collabs. We'll stream or something together." And he was really good to me. Yeah. And then he got into some crap from he put a really, it was a terrible, disgusting meme on his own Discord. Oh, okay. Which, listen, it is what it, and I told him, I was like, I mean, I don't find this funny, dude, but they basically banned him from the Lego Legacy Discord for that, and then they were going to give him like a temporary ban. He was like, honestly, like, you guys are ridiculous. And he really just wasn't happy with the game. Yeah. Like a lot of people who left the game aren't happy with the game. So he stepped away. He actually reached out to me not that long ago. And he's like, just try to, don't kill yourself putting out content for this game right now. But I got to do it. I love the community. I love the people too much. Like, I have really devout followers on my YouTube channel that, like, when I premiere a video, they're in the chat, like, hanging out with me there. If I go on Matt's stream, they're there with us. If I stream The Hobbit, they'll log in. They'll say, "Oh, GKM streaming." I don't even announce it. I just start streaming, and they're there in the chat hanging out with me. They're great people.
That's super cool. That's super cool. Like, in today's world, like, that wasn't really that long ago when you were on the other side. And then, you put your hands on it. You got a taste for it. You probably started improving. Your videos today versus your videos from starting up, I'm sure, are completely different. Yeah, definitely. I try to do more guides and stuff for nodes, which I originally didn't do. It used to be a lot of character reviews, but there's no new characters. Yeah. So hopefully, I think the next update should have some new units, so I'll be checking those out soon. So the guys that have been super active, it's you and Matt.
Me, Matt, NOOCH.
Oh, NOOCH. Yep.
Yeah, NOOCH stays active.
Oh yeah,
NOOCH does.
He's every day. He's an everyday bro.
I don't understand why he speaks in the third person, but I
mean, that's his thing, dude.
I love it.
That's his thing.
My girlfriend was like, "Oh, who's NOOCH?" I was like, "Let's check out one of his videos." And she goes, "Why is he speaking in the third person?" I was like, "I don't know."
Doesn't slip up either.
No, NOOCH doesn't slip up.
Doesn't slip up.
He's a great guy, though, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell. Like, I don't really consume the content. But I have seen pretty much at least one of everybody's video, and you could tell the guy's a super sweet dude. You know what I mean?
Really nice guy. Matt is a really nice guy too.
Yeah, he's definitely super sweet dude.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever taken a look at his stuff, but he was on with the Escape Pod.
Yeah.
And
I love those guys. Guys and girl.
Yeah.
I love those two. I love those two people. There you go.
No, I didn't know it, but those guys are super busy too. Like, they've got a whole crew. Like, there's a whole like network and crew. They got a whole thing going on.
Well, Escape Podcast, they do Star Wars, and so does NOOCH, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody else does other mobile games, and I was trying to figure out where I wanted to take my channel. And, I was like, do I want to just do all video games? Like, I like a lot of video games. I want to stream stuff. And I just decided to keep the YouTube channel for Lego.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be it. So I'll do speed runs and stuff for the other Lego games eventually. But right now I'm just doing a Let's Play of The Hobbit. Me and my girlfriend are going to do a Let's Play of Lego Harry Potter.
Okay.
So that'll be fun.
Oh, dude, what is Lego Harry Potter? I got to show you something. What is Lego Harry Potter?
It's you never play one of the Lego games on like PlayStation?
Not really. No.
Oh, dude. Oh, they're like kind of like beat 'em up / puzzle games.
I like that.
Yeah, they're really fun.
I picked up this thing. It's the 7.5 Hogwarts clock tower.
I was just looking at that. I got the observatory. My girlfriend gave me the observatory for Christmas.
It's jammed up because you got to have this and the castle and the observatory and the this and the that, and the next thing you know, you need a lot of space this way.
Yeah. I have half my garage is Legos.
Is it?
Yeah.
like your old stuff from when you were a kid and all that stuff too, or is it just you're just piling them all in?
So I used to build I used to build my own stuff, like design it, build it. I did a lot of castle building.
Wow.
And then I started doing the band, so I needed that room in the basement when I was living with my parents.
Yeah.
And now I have my own house with my own garage that's half band rehearsal space, half Legos.
Yeah.
So I've been doing more sets. I think that was a suggestion for the channel, was a live stream some set builds. So I'm probably going to do that too. We actually were just at Target and I saw the Elf Clubhouse. So I was like, babe, Elf Clubhouse is available.
They have that.
Hint.
They have that at Target. That's incredible.
Yeah, they had them at Target, $100. And then the Blacksmith shop just came out. The new Blacksmith shop, and I really want that, but it's sold out online. So I'm going to try and call one of the Lego stores and see if they have it.
I can get you one. Hang on a second.
Really?
It just came in today.
You have an extra one?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I got another extra one too. I mean, we'll talk after.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, dude, I got a Coliseum too. I went ham. I kind of went ham in the past, past 3 or 4 weeks. So if you could imagine, I have a small army of those ox, the gift with purchase.
Oh, that came with the Coliseum.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, when I open up the box, it just makes me think like it looks like a tree battle pack. Like, it's basically parts for trees. It doesn't look like, you know what I mean? Like, when you open it up, it looks like, oh, okay, we're building a tree.
So when I buy Lego, I buy it with a different mindset. I buy it in terms of how can I use these parts for my castle creations?
Yeah.
So it really started. I've been building Lego since I was like, I've been building Lego most of my like life, but I really started doing like mocks and stuff around like 13.
Mm-hmm.
And about maybe 7-8 years ago, I wrote a book and I was illustrating it with Lego. And I got about maybe 10 chapters in, and then I stopped illustrating it. So
what is it? It's just, it's a lot of work, right? Writing a book sounds very...
the book was finished.
Yeah.
But I didn't finish illustrating it with Lego and putting it all online. I got a website and stuff with all that still on there. If you ever want to check it out, I'll send you the link.
Where do we go? Let's do it. There you go.
drevenda.weebly.com.
All right. The letter D?
DRAVENDA.weebly.com. Dot Weebly. .com.
Okay. This
is where I was putting all my like writing stuff, and like, so you see I have like some poetry up there, but I also had prose. So if you go to prose, you'll see a book that I was working on, the Runos Chronicles, Smoke Rising. And then there's some of the chapters are illustrated. There's a map I made for it was like a fantasy novel. It was going to be like a multi-part series.
That's awesome.
I got 18 chapters illustrated before I stopped.
Man, you cut yourself short. You said 10. There's 18.
Yeah.
Dude.
And I wrote the book's about 50 chapters, and then I also illustrated the prologue, one of the prologues, or not one of the prologues, one of the appendixes.
Whoa.
And the prologue, look, like that's a mock that I made. And it really is just a scene.
Yeah. Wow.
So, you're really just building the scenes for most of them. Some of them I would do, like if you go, there's creations too. I built a humongous castle, which was really awesome.
That's sick.
Yeah. And the camera angles and stuff. I got a GoPro now too. I can really probably photograph things better than that. I can photograph in 4K.
Wow. So where are you getting all of this? Like, so you're buying like bulk lots too?
I've been collecting since I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
I used to just, whenever like I would get a little bit of extra money, just order stuff off BrickLink.
Uh-huh.
And like extra parts. I do pick a bricks.
Uh-huh.
My buddy, his name is Dennis. He was cleaning out all his like old Legos, and he had like a pretty much close to a sizable collection that I had. He gave me all his stuff. So
yeah,
I have another friend, Mike. Like, people just give me their old Legos that they don't want anymore. They're kids' Legos, and I'm like, I will definitely take them. Like, I love Lego, and I've had about 4 different people give me their Lego collections. Yeah.
Wow. This is so. Geez, that's so much work.
It was fun though.
That castle's huge.
That was like, I always wanted to build a castle. It's fully detailed on the interior too.
Yeah, you see that.
I always wanted to build something like that.
Wow. Huh. I would have never known. I mean, I don't think anybody knows that about you, right?
It's not mentioned on my channel too much.
Yeah. I mean, that's super cool. I mean, dude, I get into this stuff all the time where it's like, especially when someone's putting out and doing a lot of work, like where they're putting out a lot of content, there's always this thing where it's like, oh, that's all you do. That's all you do. And, you have no other interests. And I think what people fail to forget is, I mean, there's a lot of interests,
Oh, yeah.
That's what makes everybody like a dynamic person and things of that nature. But, dude, I would have had no idea. I might actually go back in there and
check it out.
I'm gonna definitely check it out.
And I'm also I run a rock and roll band, which is relatively active. Like, we were a pretty active touring band up until March 2020. When
right? GKM band, right?
Yeah, when you had to kind of stop touring. So,
what kind of music is it?
I would just say rock at this point. I don't know.
What is the instrument you play?
I play bass and I sing. I'm not the lead singer, but I do sing lead occasionally.
Cool. Now, when you guys were touring, I mean, were you touring in the U.S. or were you touring like?
Yeah, we were just doing like probably close to every weekend we were on the road because we still have like day jobs. So we were trying to hit the road every weekend. We just got a van and a trailer, and we were ready to kind of start moving towards a full-time thing. And then COVID. So
yeah, I mean, it's the whole thing is crazy. I mean, do you see an end to any of this?
My girlfriend is going to get her second vaccine next weekend. So
okay, like the booster.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
Hopefully, that's the beginning of the end. Is the vaccine, but who knows?
I don't know. I try to not listen to it. You know what I mean? But it's hard because it's like you walk outside and it smacks you in the face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's weird.
And it's very politicized. And it's like,
I agree. And it's hard. It's hard when you take something like that. Like, I'm a huge fan of, look, I'm not a medical expert, but I'm a huge fan of like the idea of vaccinations, like polio and things like that. Things that are like, change the world for the better. But I mean, it's hard for me to call a flu shot a vaccine. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of.
I mean, is it a vaccine or is it like a flu shot? They don't really know yet.
I don't know, but it's like, it's even the words like pandemic. Like, I don't know. I mean, this may not be very popular, but it's not. I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
You don't have to.
No, I don't want to go there. But it's rough. I feel like it's just sometimes it's keywords. It's keywords that get people to get sucked into the story of whatever it is. And sometimes it's keywords and buzzwords.
Yep.
And I think it's really, really smart for us as people, because we are all people and we all have the same things and the same fears and the same desires. I think it has a lot to do with being able to think for yourself and just try to think for yourself and try to think it through.
I feel like once the vaccine is available that anyone can go get it who wants it, then it's time to open everything up and say, listen, if you want the vaccine, you have it, you can go get it.
Yeah.
And it's available. And if you don't, well, okay, that's your choice.
That's fine too. Yeah.
You shouldn't force people to get it. You can't keep everything locked down forever. It's like,
yeah, taking away people's ability to make income, to pay their bills, to do the things that they need to do without giving them
any alternative,
an outlet. Like, okay, hey, listen, your income is jammed up. It's jammed up indefinitely. We don't know, but just your income is now jammed up. So what about your liabilities? They should pause your liabilities to pay for the liabilities. I mean, look, it's just strange. Even like, a buddy of mine, his family has had an Italian pizza type of thing for a very long time, like generational. And, they're suffering from, that. And it's weird. Some aren't.
Some pizza places are doing really well.
Cranking.
Yeah, they crank them out.
I don't know.
It's it's like you're taking away people's ability to work, and then you're telling them things like, well, just go get a job at Target or whatever. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, these are their jobs. This is what gives them fulfillment. This is their livelihood. These are businesses that these people have built their whole lives.
Right.
It's really messed up.
I heard an interesting statistic. I don't know if this is true or not, but 2020 YouTube, I guess there's when you get to be monetized or have the ability, you need to have a separate account, like a Google AdSense account.
Yeah.
And apparently last year, 2020, there have been that the number of Google AdWord account, it doubled. So basically what that means is for all the amount of time that people have been creating content and getting, I guess, ad revenue from the content from however long this has been going on, it basically doubled last year. So the pool of people have doubled, which is kind of an amazing. Somebody's got to fact check me on that, but that's crazy talk.
I mean, what else are people do? A lot of people started podcasts and YouTube channel. I started a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I mean, we got into it too with the Brickdown as well. We got into all that. I just find it amazing that in today's world, none of this was possible. I mean, 10 years ago, I don't think even Wi-Fi was a thing. Yeah, I mean,
I think crazy thing. Wi-Fi was around 10 years ago, but maybe 15 it wasn't.
Right. I mean, where do you see this going? Where do you see all of this going?
Like the internet?
Yeah, like life and everything.
Man. Not
crazy.
Not anything normal.
It's not normal. This is not normal, bro. They're going up space. They're going to be going to space soon, man.
They're telling us that aliens are real.
That's kind of crazy, right?
I mean, not really. I kind of always kind of believed in aliens, but
100%. But it's so crazy that now it's kind of like not. You know what I mean? It's not like back in the 50s and 60s, and it's like, oh, you're talking hogwash and all this nonsense, and it's like, oh, that guy's a crazy person. He was adopted by aliens. This guy's a loony bin.
And most people still don't believe that aliens are real because they've just been conditioned to not believe that aliens are real. But then it's like, oh, they're real.
I mean, I think that is this new breaking news or what? Or is this
no, it's been the CIA just disclosed a bunch of documents about it. Somebody from the former Israeli defense secretary came out and said it, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, deep down, I think we all know aliens are real.
Yeah,
none of this makes sense, but what it is it's like the hiding of the information. It seems like it's kind of loosening up in that realm of aliens and UFOs and all that stuff. I don't know if you listen to other guys, but there's this guy, Commander Fravor. You ever heard this story? No. So this guy, he's basically a fighter jet pilot, and they do tests and missions out in San Diego, and he's a highly decorated guy, and basically goes on the record saying that there's unidentified things moving in very crazy things and jamming radar, which is an act of war. You know what I mean? And it's if you have any interest, look it up. They call it a tic tac.
Okay.
So tic tac shaped.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Vehicle, and it's going into the water, out of the water, and just if you can imagine, if there's a radar, it would be very fast if it was moving like this. And this thing's moving which is it's just not normal. It just can't. I love it. I like it. I like the whole idea that it's starting to get better in that space of aliens and weirdness.
Things are gonna go even people are just getting very disconnected.
Yeah.
And it's the country in America. You're America or Canada?
I'm in the United States.
United States?
Yep.
Yeah, United States is just in a weird place right now. It's not a good place.
But I mean, look, it goes like that, right? Up and down and up and down. It goes like that. I think everything is cyclical. I think that there's always cycles, boom and bust. And not even financial, but just mind, awareness and things of that nature. Renaissance ages and things of that nature. I think you're right, though, the disconnect, because what we have is we're getting into a very crazy place, I think, with virtual reality. I don't know if you've checked out any of this, the virtual reality gaming stuff.
I've seen it.
Bro, it's crazy. And then all the stuff that you're doing with robots, okay, I have a firm belief that there's going to be a time that you won't have to leave your house for anything. But you basically, why would I go and work a 50-hour week and try to move up the ladder when I could just have everything I want put on my little thing, zoop, and I'm just I just live in my, you know what I mean? Because it's still your brain, right? It's your brain is giving you the consciousness as to what your life is. right? So I think there's going to be less need to, I don't know, it's going to be weird. We're going to live in a world, I'm telling you, we're going to live in a world where people are not going to have to leave their house.
We already do.
I know, but it's going to be even crazier, dude. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be absolutely nuts. I mean, the VR technology is going to be nuts. Like, why would I need to go get a girlfriend? I zoop. Hey, there's, you know what I mean? Like, it's nuts. It's so crazy. Serious.
Well,
strange.
That is a strange thought to think about, but I mean, there's a lot of things that are strange that are happening now that you didn't think would ever happen, and here they are. So
what about, all right, now that we're talking about going strange places, right? The cryptocurrency thing is strange.
Oh, so strange.
It's the craziest thing. I mean, I think we talked a little bit. I mean, first time it came on my radar, it was 2011. And then, you know, Elon Musk does the, you know, Papa Elon says the word Doge, and this thing just flares up immediately at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's just Wall Street bets, dude. Are you kidding me?
DOGEcoin.
GME, the GameStop thing. Have you been following any of that?
Yeah. Do you watch Tim Pool or no?
No, but I will. My buddy keeps telling me about that.
I love Tim Pool, so I watch that podcast like every day. So that's all they've been talking about. I mean, this cryptocurrency is great. Stocks are great. My girlfriend just bought a bunch of GMC, General Motors stock, because she got she knows they're trying to move towards electric cars, and GMC is going to be making all like affordable electric cars. So why not?
So does she have experience with trading or stock?
No, it's just something in her. It was in like a Roth IRA account from an old job. So she had like $700 something, and she's like, well, I can't touch it, so I might as well just invest it in GMC.
Yeah.
And she's actually, she works for a startup. So right now she's allowed to buy 16,000 shares of her company's stock at like 53 cents. And then they're projecting when the company goes live, the stock will be worth like $7 each. So we buy it at 53 cents, and then it goes up to $7 a share. And we're looking pretty good. You turn 10,000 into 115,000 just from the company's launch.
Okay. Look, I'm getting I've always had interest in trading. I've always had interests in graphs and charts and technical analysis and learning stuff on the internet. It gets me super, super pumped up, quite honestly. And just taking a look at this just on the surface for GMC, I mean, what are we looking at here? We're looking at a 1 day. Is that a 1 day? All right. So we'll look at 6 months. I mean, it's doubled in 6 months. And then just within recent times, you have a couple dips. But I mean, if you're buying it for the long haul for an IRA, I mean, you can't go wrong. You know what I mean, for things of that nature, because over just the course of time. And then even if this thing ends up dropping back down to here, it's going to be fine, because it always goes back up. Like if we run into hard times, you know, if you are speculative and, you know, you believe that what we have going on right now is a bubble, it's all good and fine. At the end of the day, that's terrible for day traders. Terrible for everybody, basically. But at the end of the day, it's just like it always goes up. I've been watching the stock market ever since I was making minimum wage. Just like I was super, super interested in it. And, you know, I'm just trying to improve. But yeah, this is, if you have any interest in like getting better at it or like learning, I suggest TradingView, just to go off the deep end, because, and then just, I don't know. I started trading on Robinhood a while back. I started,
they're scumbags though.
Oh dude, terrible. I mean, terrible.
How are they not in prison?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The thing is all that I know is like the little guy is always in trouble. Like, because the big money, the computers do it all. It's all computers. Like if you've got millions and billions of dollars And, you know, you hear all this thing about algorithm and like, you know, Google and Facebook and all this stuff and like algorithm. You don't think like guys with big money, they make their trades. They don't do anything with the trade. The computers do it all. And they're just, you know, setting the times and this and that and setting the parameters and the way that it's done. It's 100%. I mean,
all an algorithm.
It's an algorithm. Well, I don't know if that's the term, but look, if I was a billionaire and if I spent basically the past 30 years in stocks and I see the technology today, of course I would deploy that technology to make more money. Kidding me? I mean, that's just me though, you know?
Yeah. That's just really a terrible thing that they did to these people.
I think it's just like everything else. It's a casino. Sometimes it turns into a crazy casino. Like, I don't necessarily even understand what happened. My buddy, he called me, I think Thursday night. He's out in California. He's not a heavy trader, but his head's to the floor, you know, feeling for vibrations. And he brought it up to me, and I actually had the opportunity to get in on it before it went up, like the way that it went, like insane. But again, I would have probably not have sold to. I probably wouldn't have gotten out of my position fast enough either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, what do you have? Do you have a schedule for your for your content coming up? Do you have like what's your strategy for your channel?
Just make content as I enjoy doing it. So it's just there's basically my schedule follows the devs.
Yeah.
So as news comes, I report it. The best content is news.
Yeah.
In this game.
Yeah.
People love I don't like the weirdest stuff.
Yeah.
Like my videos, I'm like, hey, this is what's in the shop. You can literally go look at it or listen to me for 4 minutes talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting thing. You know, like the internet in itself is day trading attention. So the same way that you look at a chart and a graph, in your little YouTube dashboard, you have a little chart and a graph too. You know what I mean? Like,
you do.
So it's all very interesting. And the more that I get involved in like trading, the more that I realize that basically it's in everything. Like it's in everything. When you watch American Pickers, you can kind of see a chart and a graph in your mind. Like it's just the craziest thing.
Well, the thing about especially this game is like I was on the other end as just a player, not a content creator, and it's like I spent so much time consuming content for this game, and like I loved watching like Bricko or Bagel Time. Like I love listening to them just talk about the game and like the gameplay and just like learning about the game and them just telling me stuff like, hey, this is the new figure. This is what it is. Like, here's my opinion on it. Here's some gameplay. I just loved listening to them. So I guess like the people who subscribe to my channel also love the same thing. They just love hearing me talk about the game. And, I try to make it a little funnier and, have a little bit of a personality. And, when the game makes me angry because of stupid RNG, I get angry and I go on full tilt and I keep that stuff in the video. So, what you're getting is pretty authentic. It's not staged.
Right.
You're just getting me. And people seem to like that. So
I certainly love it. I mean, the content lately that I've been consuming is it's been like the trolley stuff with the markets going on right now and like technical analysis stuff. I recently got involved with a group of people that they're day traders, and these guys are heavy. Like I'm a firm believer, right, that you are the company that you keep. Like when I was a kid, I hung out with a bunch of knuckleheads. I myself turned into a knucklehead when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like today in my personal life and in my professional life, I like to hang out with people that I can actually learn stuff from and grow as a person. And I'm sure this this relates to you as well as you're producing and you're creating content. There's this thing that ends up happening in your mind where you're holding yourself accountable and you're learning a lot of new things. And you yourself can feel yourself growing, right?
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's been me that started when I started doing music and like learning all about like social media and promotion and stuff like that. And then you just can apply it to other things. So everything I learned about music marketing, I applied to, YouTube.
Yep.
And, it just happens that like, this is a very niche game and it was very new and it was easy to grow.
But you learned a lot on how to do it. So if as throughout time, as things change and continue to evolve, now you have this extra layer of skills that you can utilize quickly. Like, I talk about it like this. Like it takes me forever to make a thumbnail today because I've only made like 4 of them. It takes me forever to do anything on Photoshop today because I've only made 4 of them. Something that would take someone that's proficient in doing it, 10 minutes, it ends up taking me all day. Eventually that's gonna, shorten in time. And I'm sure that experience as well.
On average, I can record, edit, post up, make a thumbnail, and share on Discord a video in about 40 minutes. And that's if it's a shorter video. If it's a longer, sometimes if I'm making like a longer video where I got to do a bunch of arena battles, like that just naturally takes a long time to do because they have that 8-minute cooldown in between each arena battle and stuff. So it's like, it's just going to take longer and there's more content in there. But I can pretty much put a video together. Like the other night, they finally put a preview out for the event. Somebody tagged me in Discord and was like, hey, where's your event preview video? And this was at like 6 o'clock at night while I have dinner in the oven. And I asked my girlfriend, I was like, hey, can you just watch the eggplant? Like, I'm going to go make a video real quick. And I had it up in like 20 minutes.
Right. I mean, but day 1, day 2, week 1, week 2, month 1, month 2, it probably took you a lot longer.
It took me a little bit longer. Yeah.
So, I mean, the benefit to all of this is it's not like a waste of time. Like I could imagine when the internet was around and let's just say, a lot of parents are like, stop wasting your time. You know what I mean? Like you hear it all the time. It's like, oh yeah, 400 subscribers, stop wasting your time. But what people don't realize is that's not necessarily what the purpose is. The purpose is to learn stuff and layer and level up yourself. That's really what it is. You're leveling up yourself. And the benefit to that is actually people like kind of hanging out as you're leveling up yourself. Yeah. I think that's super cool.
No, the best part about this game and making content is the people, is the community. It's the Jester Go-Go's and the Tios and the Theos and the Fernandos and all the people in the chat, the Ethan Baileys who just, they're awesome. And the people in Discord, I love the people in Discord. They're just great guys.
It's too bad I go into the Discord these days. It's not what it used to be, man. It's not what it used to be.
It's a different group.
Yeah.
It's a different group.
Yeah.
A lot of the old guard are gone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I'll tell you what though. It really was like super fun. It was like a super fun, like that moment. Cause think about it. We were going on, we were getting through it in like the height of the pandemic and all this nonsense. And here we are around this like goofy little cutesy, Lego game. And on the surface, it is what it is. But underneath the surface, it's like, it's really just, we were all just kind of kicking it. We had a cool little community.
Yeah.
Breaking bread.
Still do. Different guys, though, but same atmosphere.
Where do you see the future of your channel?
Lego games.
Okay.
I'm going to make it, the immediate future is now Lego games. Going to be a lot of Let's Plays of the other Lego games, like the console games. Maybe some speed runs. I know there's a new Lego game, Skywalker Saga. It's going
to be sick.
New Lego Star Wars. I'm definitely streaming that whole game. I'm going in on that game.
I think everybody's going in on that.
Yeah.
Everybody's going in.
It's going to be the hot new Lego game. Like right now I'm streaming Lego The Hobbit and it's like, all right, like my subscribers, it's something extra for them. And it's to get me kind of like you said, to level myself up. Like, I'm not streaming Lego The Hobbit because I think it's going to make me blow up.
Yeah.
I'm streaming Lego The Hobbit because I want to play the game and I want to learn how to be a better streamer. And I want to have those abilities, and I want to learn the technical things behind streaming, and I want to just start that consistency of streaming on a regular, like, hey, I stream every Saturday and Sunday at 3:00. So now I have people tuning in, and then when Skywalker Saga comes out and I'm done with The Hobbit, well, there you go.
Yeah, you're right, because now you've leveled up. So that's kind of, that's great. Hey, you talked to Deez at all?
Deez? Deez was one of the first people I started talking to in the game. Yeah, I used to be in his data mine. In his Patreon. It was a little too expensive. I just bought a house, so I was like, I can't afford $15 a month for data mine anymore.
I wonder if anyone's listening to this that's much smarter at this than I am, should probably get some kind of Skywalker Saga channel up as the server, because if there is in fact an exodus, because I mean, think about it, like everybody in the Lego Legacy of Heroes must be chomping at the bit for this game coming out, and when that game comes out, there's going to be an exodus over there to the Skywalker Saga thing.
Oh yeah,
the Skywalker game is going to be unbelievable.
I can't. I mean, listen, it's going to be probably the next main game. I'm still going to be probably mainly Lego Legacy content, but I'll probably be putting out really consistent Skywalker Saga, and I'm going to stream and do a let's play of the whole game. I'll probably do like maybe an hour a day of Skywalker Saga till I beat the game. It'll probably take a couple weeks.
I'm so pumped about it. I mean, I'm gonna play the game as well. I mean, I don't really want to get around the content, but if you need any color commentary, sign me up.
Yeah, I'm always down for a collab. So,
okay. So, you got anything you want to you want to throw down? You got anything you want to throw down? You got any like tips, tricks? Someone that's watching this that is like, you know what, I want to start. Where do you start?
So for me, it started with I got a nice mic, a Yeti Blue. I went to Staples. I was actually also making anime content, and I had an anime channel, but that, like, I started this one, and the anime channel were going side by side, and this was just growing, and the anime channel was just not. So I was like, all right, well, the anime channel's a lot more work, a lot harder to edit. So find a niche. Like Lego Legacy was a niche. It was a new game, which was big, and it was a very niche game. Find a niche. Don't be broad. Like something small, like really like a pinhole where there's all that's a key to streaming on Twitch too. It's stream a game where no one else is streaming it, because everybody that wants to watch that game has no choice but to go to your stream. Like that's the key, and just do it, and get good equipment. Save up the money, get good equipment. I just recently bought a capture card, a GoPro, and a headset, just because I wanted to stream. So.
I mean, is it, it's necessary to do it with a headset, right? You kind of have to.
So for a game like The Hobbit, no. But for a game like Naruto Shinobi Strikers, when I need a headset just to play, because it's a co-op game. It's like Fortnite but Naruto, like. So it's like I needed a headset to play, and I wanted a headset to stream with. So, but the microphone is required. I got the GoPro, so I could do some nice video. It's not hooked up right now, so this is just my laptop's camera, which I don't really like that much. But I'm waiting on like a wire to come in the mail for the GoPro, and the GoPro is just awesome. Yeah. I taped it to my hat, and like me and my dogs went on like a hike in my backyard, because I got like woods in my yard. We went on a hike during the snowstorm, and I got some pretty cool footage.
It's crazy. It's like, man, it takes up so much space on your computer. Like there's so much like space, like video editing. Like I have a very, very just kind of dipping my toes into video editing. It's actually super fun.
Do you have an external hard drive?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying,
required.
Yeah, just the sheer amount of fat, like each unit, they're so heavy. You gotta like just get them onto something else.
Yeah,
it's fun though. I mean, I'm getting my interests right now are the Star Wars game coming out. Super pumped. I think.
When is that coming out?
It was supposed to be. I don't know. Let's take a look. Golly. Where am I? Uh-oh. Broke it. General Motors at 54.41 today. For the long, so this thing here, just on basics, going back to here, they're talking about a buy, and this guy's long. He does technical analysis. The funny thing, the reason why I say trading view is you can get a lot of information here. It's kind of like, it has like this social media aspect to it too. And you could learn what guys are doing. Like this is like a chart reader showing a triangle here, and he's showing that he has expectation from his analysis that this is going to break out. So
yeah, that's why my girlfriend got it.
Yeah, it shows that there's resistance here at 49. So being at 51, it shows, resistance at 49. I think you're in good shape. So that means, I don't know. I don't want to get too crazy into it, and not only that, is what it is. What is it? Skywalker
Saga. It just says 2021 when I looked it up.
There was delays and the this and the that's and the you got to pre-order to get the blue milk minifigure, right? Dude, this game's gonna be so sick. I mean, Bricko's doing the
he's moving on. He's doing just exclusively Lego Star Wars now.
Yeah.
That's sad that he left the game, man. He was like our leader.
Dude, he brought a lot of attention to that game. You gotta kind of ask yourself, like, you gotta ask yourself, the organization that's behind it all, they
suck.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible, because Bricko has probably driven so much traffic to the game through his stuff. Like, not that he's the hugest or anything like that, but just the way that, I mean, he draws people in. The way that he explains things draws people in.
He drew me in.
Yeah, I mean, and then, the whole thing about it is these guys, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it just must not be in the numbers, or it's just one of these cash grabs. I have no idea what it is. Are you free to play or no?
No,
but you're not like,
not crazy. Super well. I spent early on because I wanted to make content. So I was like, all right, I need to like kind of catch up and like, but I haven't spent big in a long time. I've done a booster pass for a little while, but I haven't spent much money recently.
Yeah. Where do you see the game's just going to just slowly dwindle? What's going on right now?
No, I think it's gonna pop off.
It is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I hope so.
I think it's gonna take a little bit of while, but I think it's gonna pop off.
As long as there's interesting things along the horizon, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity there, and I don't think it's anything that anyone wants to let go. I would love to be like compelled to fire the game back up, and it's very well possible. I mean, it is what it is.
I think, and I could be wrong, I think that the game is probably just as popular now as it was when it started, but that's not necessarily a good thing, because what's happening is like everybody that's there when it started left, and now all these new players have come in. About half the player base is new players right now.
Yep.
I have followers that are just completely new players, and they're like, I couldn't finish this first chapter of the brick pace. I'm only on level like 25. I'm like,
okay.
I'm like, who's on level 25? Like, that was 6 months ago.
I mean, hey, people catch on to things all the time.
Yeah. So I think that they're gonna get it together. They're gonna add a new game type, and they're gonna listen. If these things take time, this dev team, they really just need some time. And I mean, they're awful. They're just like so dumb. But they have done some really good things in terms of, developing the game that I liked, but they're just really dumb and they're terrible at communication and they're just like, they're just dumb people.
I pop into the CCP thing because I'm still there, and it's fun in there.
That was the only good part about the content creator program was that chat. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was
what's up with Seiko? Is he still active in crab?
He's still active and still trolling and
he's crabbed up.
He's crabbed up. He's nuts.
Fun though. It's so fun. The video when it was like that trailer video thing with the crabs at the end. It was absolutely hilarious. Like
his new thing is he just keeps saying the game's gonna shut down, like, and like he makes like fake event calendars where it's like game shut down, and like people believe it, and they'll like come to us and be like, "What's going on?" I'm like, he's trolling. Like, come on.
So for active guys, it's basically you and Fancy Life and
NOOCH, Locust. I think Locust is still making videos.
Locust was like on the come up, wasn't he? He was on the come up. I was like,
he was on the come up, and then I think he's still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not much, but I'm hoping Matt's about to leave. He's like really like getting fed up with the game.
Oh, really?
And I told him, I was like, dude, like, do other stuff on your stream. Keep streaming this game because when the game does pop off, and I really think it is going to pop off, you're going to want to be, having been there, having been consistent, having that established, you want to be that, hey, a new player, where do I go to get information on how to play? I'm going to check out the Fancy Life stream. I'm going to check out GKM Gaming. I'm going to check out NOOCH. I'm going to check out these channels because they've been doing it a while.
Right.
And that's what you want to, and that'll help your channel grow. And also you'll be there to help new players. Like you really, the new players need those content creators. Like those content creators really made the game for me when I started out.
I agree. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with almost everything new that I put my hands on. I go into this place of research, like it's like the research phase. And you're exactly right. It's very important that there's people there that when people are within the research phase that they try to get going. I mean, now it's super interesting that you're saying that it's going to pop off. What are the indicators? Because now you're triggering.
It's Lego. It was already starting to pop off. And then the old dev team was so bad that they literally, I think you literally have to be very stupid to not be able to make this game work for you. And I think they were just that terrible and that stupid.
I kind of agree.
Like,
yeah. I mean, the thing is the organization Gameloft, they have multiple products. I remember I looked into it at one point where they have a lot of different products. One of them is like a racing game. And then one of their biggest products is like a My Little Pony game, something like that.
That's cool, I guess, if you're into that.
So then what I began to realize is I'm like, wow, these guys, they have a lot of products. This is just basically one product among a lot of different products, which is, interesting. And it, again, triggers my analytical mind. I hope the game pops off because it is pretty cool.
It's Lego. It can't not. It can't not. And honestly, if it doesn't, all right, well, I'll branch out. I'll do Skywalker Saga. I've already got like an established audience, an established channel. And it's like, I owe it to those people to keep making content for this game as long as the game exists.
Yeah.
And, I do think, like you said, there's going to be like, okay, everybody's going to flock over to Skywalker Saga because we need that Lego content. So.
Yeah, that's a mess. Dude, it's noisy. It's just so noisy. Like, how noisy is it? Just everything.
What do you mean?
Just like everything. Like, just what you were talking about is like need Lego content and this, and just even the things that we have gone through and discussed this past hour. It's just a noisy world.
Oh, well, yes. There's a lot going on.
I like it.
And Lego helps.
Yeah. It's super fun.
No, I love Lego so much.
I think that's really all we got. I mean, let me see. I don't think I have notes. I got no notes. I got no nothing. I think it was 100% super cool that I went into the CCP thing. I don't know what that was. I had said something that we're doing something and we wanted to pop on, and it's very commendable to me when somebody can go into a room full of people and say, hey guys, you guys want to do something? And the person that immediately is like, yeah, what's up? Let's go. It's super commendable. And
I'm always down to do stuff, dude.
Yeah. And then the whole thing, like what vibes with you is, just understanding the whole leveling up process and being able to put your hands on it and not being afraid to, fail or be wrong or make a mistake or do any of that stuff. And I see that in you because, you put your hands on it. You put your hands on it, you do it, you get a taste, you learn, you level up, you evolve. And
yeah, that's what life is about,
I really appreciate that about you.
Learning, I'm a teacher, actually. I'm an educator. So I teach
nice.
I teach first grade. So,
nice.
And I say I'm a student first and a teacher second, because you're always can learn from anybody and you can learn from anything.
Those are brilliant words. And first graders, 50-50, right? Break it down to the technical analysis side. 50% of them are probably, they drive you nuts, but the other 50% are like sweethearts,
Yeah. And they're doing virtual learning. So it's tough, man.
My kid is kindergarten. He's never experienced school. And 50-50 again, that's like a good thing and a bad thing because you don't know what you're missing. But yeah, it's jammed up because it's really up to the parents to like create the experience for the kids. So it's like we have a closet that's kind of biggish and we converted it into a classroom. So he's got his own little like classroom.
That's really nice.
Yeah, but not everybody has that opportunity. You know what I mean?
No,
you got to put them in the corner of the kitchen.
I have some kids where there's 8 different kids at a babysitter's house, and there's all different 8 classes going on at once and on their computers.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me? Like, what's the point of that? Like,
it's rough.
I have kids where okay, you can't pay attention. I get it. Like, there's 25 kids here. I'll do like a small group with them, with like 3 of them, and they're just like playing with a ball, and I'm like, okay, I guess this is not, school's just not going to work for you like this. And
it's hard.
Doesn't.
It's hard because I mean, you have to think, and more than I do, you have the data from the inside, but I'm sure like these parents aren't into it either. You know what I mean? Like there's parents that are into it and just make the best of it and just try to like roll with it. But there's probably guys, it's just like everywhere on everything, there's all different types of people. But I'm sure that there's people that are like, you know what, I'm not really going to take this serious either. And if they don't take it serious, then how do you expect a first grader to take it serious?
Yeah, they're not.
It's tough. It's tough. Dude, I got to tell you, that actually makes me like you even more, being a teacher. You know what I mean? So however much I liked you before, I like you a lot better actually now because you go through it. I'm sure you go through it.
Yeah. Hey, actually, being a YouTuber has helped me, and a streamer has helped me in the classroom, in the virtual classroom, because I literally feel like I'm making YouTube videos when I'm talking to these kids because you have to be so exciting and animated for them.
Mm-hmm. Like, is that what they tell you to do too? They're like, okay, you got to do this and you got to move your hands and like.
They don't tell us anything.
That's so crazy. So there's got to be guys that, because my kid has a gym teacher, and the gym teacher's got to be, just in my estimation, maybe 55, 60. And she's a sweet, sweet lady, but she doesn't have a lot of like, I think of myself, like, I don't know anything about, like, I tried to use OBS, flopped, like just all that stuff. Like, you don't know, like, it's just way too complicated. You know what I mean? So I could imagine this lady she's struggling with like the Zoom things and the this and that. And it's like,
yeah, we got a lot of teachers that, they've caught on at this point, but it was a bit of a learning curve. And it was like, for me, it was an advantage. Like, I know how to do all this stuff. I don't need to attend these PDs. I could be done at 3:00 and I don't need to do all this extra work, but a lot of other people do.
Yeah. What's your tip or trick to hold these kids' attentions?
Don't keep them on the computer too long.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, man.
40 minutes.
40 minutes, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry about jamming content down their throat. Just worry about them surviving, because that's what they're doing. They're just surviving. Yeah. And what they're getting is, it's just something it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy, man. Jeez. Dude, I could probably talk to you for like a half of a day just in that, because I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm picking up.
Yeah. Well, it would have been worse for them to go back, because now you have little kids with masks on that aren't allowed to interact. Like it's like putting my dog's food on the floor and making her sit and wait and look at it all day and never let her eat it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Sending a little kid to school with a mask on, asking them to social distance.
Yeah, and then they're getting yelled at, like, put your mask on, put your mask on, put your mask on. Like, that's too much, man. That's too much crazy. That's why we had the option to do like 50-50 hybrid, or just
super.
The thing is, we couldn't do the 50-50. But on the other side, I mean, look, we take them to karate, like we do. And thank God, I mean, it's all kind of working out. We're gonna do the swimming classes or something. I don't know. I just do what I'm told. My wife tells me this is what we're doing, and
yeah, that's the way to live.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
She tells me what I'm wearing, where to be, when to be there, and I'm good to go.
That is the way to do it.
All right. Hey, look, dude, this was good. If you ever need something on your thing, by all means, color commentary. I think that's really all I'm good at. But if you ever need any stuff with your stuff, and by all means, let me know.
All right. I'm getting a lot of barking in the background right now.
Yeah, I got all that dog feedback, but it was awesome, dude. Appreciate it.
All right. I'll talk to you later, buddy. Thanks for having me.